You know, it's an interesting reality that things actually play out in streams. You know, sometimes like I can see things, or it'll be like something like one phrase or a particular concept or idea will just sit hard in the front of my head, and it'll be like, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. And I used to go against that shit. I'd be like, I ain't saying that. I used to be scared, right? And then I'll say it. Well, it's been like changing. It's been getting more aggressive, like more fought, more stronger or whatever. And um, you know, my grandfather was a part of the military. He was actually honorably discharged. Like he had some good shit going on with him in the military. He got the golden sword, the shield, and all that. His father was a Mason. Um, and my grandmother she was able to see things happening before they happened. Scared the shit out of everybody, especially on our block. She would tell everybody that up north, like she would tell them and the family, she would tell them things that's going on, and they'd be scared. They didn't really like her, but then when she passed on, everybody was like, "That was my favorite person. I loved her." They was just saying that shit because they was telling me, and they know how I felt about it or how I felt about it. It's like, and then I could tell when people be lying to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you give off, it's like you give off this particular energy that comes off you. It's almost like a smell and energy sense. So when people be lying, I just be like, they lying. Like you can't lie to me. I will accept the lie, but that don't mean I'm gonna let you know I know you lying to me. You know, I used to see things happening like a month ahead of time, and I'll be like, Most High, why you show me this a month a month earlier? Like what I was supposed to give myself patience to see it come to fruition a month later. Like it was crazy like that. I used to hate having my visions like that. And then I used to be like, why my visions can't be on things that I want them. Like when I was in school, I remember being in school, probably like the second or third grade. I used to get mad because my focus was all over the place. And sometimes I would see numbers or whatever, and I didn't know how to control what I saw, like how I was seeing things. So it was like it was building up by itself, but I was going through a lot of pain and a lot of mistreatment from family and shit like that. So it's like my focus couldn't stay on where it was supposed to be at. I guess what I'm saying is all this isolation and all that shit right there. It ain't doing nothing but strengthening. Like it's really strengthening the value to how I see things that come in fruition before they happen. That's what I've been noticing. Like my beacons be getting really, really stronger. And sometimes I could be sitting by myself, right? Like I tell you like this, like earlier, right? Like I don't know who gonna hear this tonight, cause it's like after 1 o'clock. But whoever gonna hear this, one of y'all was drinking tonight, and you know how I know? And he wasn't drinking not too long ago. He was drinking liquor too. Um, not beer, liquor. You might have had beer a little bit, but it was liquor with it. Either or. But I was sitting here probably like 20, 30 minutes ago, and I tasted it in my mouth. Like, I'm like, yo, why I taste liquor right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that happens sometimes. Like, I'll taste certain shit, or like certain people that I was connected to, I'll feel what they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? At whatever present moment they dealing with, I'll feel exactly what they feeling. Whether they sad, they angry, or whatever, I can feel that shit. And sometimes it'll manifest in how I'm acting. Like I'll all of a sudden my character will change because somebody's doing something intentional at that moment, depending on their drinking or they talking or whatever they doing in their life. I'll feel exactly what they doing to a T. I just sometimes I don't know who I'm feeling. I pick up on a lot of different people. So I'll be like, yo, who am I picking up on right now? Like that was like the hard thing. Like I didn't know. I don't have that problem anymore. Like I be knowing, I be knowing who thinking what and saying what now. It's like a little more easier. I ain't gonna tell you how I know. It's none of your business. But I be picking up on like how certain shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like what somebody's doing. It was like it's crazy because it was like I was watching Shonda Aspires like when probably I watch her every day, but I was watching her probably like 4 days ago. 4 or 5 4 days, 3 days ago, something like that. And she was clogged up when she came on. Like she was like she had a cold or whatever. And what's crazy, as soon as I stopped watching her, I got clogged up. Like instantly. And I'm like, yo, it was like I was laying here breathing all comfortable. I was breathing fine, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got finished watching her. And then I had inhaled like I was yawning. And when I blew out, my whole head got congested. And I was like, yo, why I'm congested? I was like, I don't get sick. That ain't happening. And I was like, no, you need to take your cold back. And I think I held on to it for like probably 4 or 5 hours or whatever. Like, and it was like really it was thick. Like it was like mucus, but it was a clear mucus. So I knew it was fake. I was like, yo, it's no reason for me to be feeling like this right now. Cause I'm a type of person who drink teas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I drink a lot of water. So shit is hard to get into my body. But I knew I picked up that frequency. Or I could be on the phone talking to somebody and I know they're tired. I know I can, like, if somebody just ate lunch and they're like, oh, I'm just eating. Like, I remember talking to somebody, right? And they was like, I just got finished eating. And I tasted, I tasted a Burger King burger, the flame broil burger. I tasted it. And I was like, yo, you was eating Burger King? It was like, how you know? I was like, wow, that's funny as shit. But I tasted it, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, or sometimes I'll be walking and music will play, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be hearing some type of music and it'll just be heavy in my head. And I'm like, yo, wow, I'm listening to this music right now. Like, and I start singing it. And I'm like, I wasn't listening to that type of music. Somebody's listening to this type of music and they might be thinking about my frequency, right? So these are the things that's been happening to me lately as far as like my capabilities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Like it really don't. But I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this. I'm probably telling you because Divine give me messages to do shit sometimes. It'll be like telling me to do stuff, I'll get urges. And the urges I'm supposed to do, like I'll be putting it off. I'll be like, I ain't about to do that right now. But I did it. Like yesterday, I had an urge to do something, and it kept putting it in my head, like, yo, you should go over there and just watch something. And I was about to pull up this app I'll be using to watch movies or whatever. I was about to, and I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I need to relax. And it was even crazier because one reader I was watching, she was like, you should just snuggle up and just put a movie on and just chill out and watch a movie. And I'm sitting there like, why she saying it too? Like it's in my head to do it anyway. And I'm like, all right. And as soon as I did it, right? As soon as I did it, they put one of my favorite actors on, Anthony Hopkins. And he played a role in the movie that was identical to the circumstances that I be dealing with, right? And I'm like, this is funny as hell right here. Like, this is crazy. Like, the way he broke it down, like, with the emotions and, oh, man, it was powerful, yo. Like, I was stuck to the screen watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it made me think about the government, you know what I'm saying? It made me think about the government because, see, my grandmother, I tell you, my grandfather's father was a Mason, but my grandmother's father was also a Mason, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of government play in certain situations, like, you know what I'm saying? People of power involved in high ranking values of my family, right? So I automatically thought, like, could something had to happen at a certain point in my life to where I was like a government test or something like that? Cause this shit ain't new to me. This is something I've been doing my whole life. I just wouldn't tell nobody. I would play dumb that I can do shit, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't use it the way I wanted to all the time. You know what I'm saying? I would try to instill some of this knowledge into my children, but they would laugh and think I was tripping or whatever and listen to other people and downplay me or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. I ain't gonna try to instill nothing. I'm gonna keep it to myself, right? But I would try to talk to people about it and people would look at me like I was crazy. You know, and I would tell some people knowledge or whatever that would help them, like help them to the fullest of its ability. They would go through stuff and be like, damn, this nigga just said this shit was gonna happen. People are afraid of it. They try to act like they not afraid of it, but they scared. I can tell they scared. That's why nobody don't try to protect it. But it's just little old me. Nobody tries to protect me or take care of the value that I can do these things. They want to expose me to be something else, right? But I always see you coming. I always see you thinking. I always see you plotting and planning. Like, that shit don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Like, it don't mean anything. All praise due to the Most High. And people want to say that these things are evil, right? I don't want you knowing the evil stuff that I do. Somebody need to know the evil stuff that y'all doing because y'all keep lying about it. It was a movie that came out years ago. I went to the movies to see it. And it was about, I think Tom Cruise was playing in it. I think Tom Cruise was the main character in the movie. But it was about the police having like the power to see what criminals was gonna do before they would do it. And these like bald-headed females or whatever would sit in this thing and they would like see things that would happen, and then the police would go stop the crime before it started or get the people before they went to go do the crime, right? Or something like that. Little movies like that would always pop up in my way. Like now that I get synchronicity so much more innate and accurate, it's like now I know why I saw a lot of movies that I saw back in the day. And it was like Divine was talking to me through movies. He was talking to me through music. He was talking to me through a lot of things. Like, watch out for these people. Like, the protection I should have got, I didn't get. So I would get comfort through movies and TV shows and cartoons and stuff like that. And I would always hear a message. This is why I was glued to cartoons so much. Because I would always see a message. It was always about escaping, getting away. And whether people knew it or not, their lives was always being seen by the Divine. And Divine knew I couldn't fight back. He knew I was too little. So Divine was going to make a way for me. This is why Divine, I would always leave. I would always leave my house and try to get far away. And I knew the times I can go when I was a kid, and people would just be looking for me. By the time they find me, I gotta get beat again for no reason, right? Because I'm looking for you. I didn't care about none of that shit. But the reality is, and this is some real shit. The reality is Divine has been telling me the same thing repeatedly my whole life. Like, yo, you can see. You can see. You have insight into things that people won't normally have insight in. Like, things slow down for me when it speeds up. Like when your heart races or you about to go into a situation, an aggressive situation, time literally slows down for me. And I can see things in slow motion. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm fighting. Or like I remember one time, this big tall motherfucker, he's like 6'7". My brother them used to clown. They thought dude was gonna beat me up. They was like, yo, dude gonna fuck you up. Yo, you better leave that nigga alone. I was like, I don't give a shit. What y'all think? That nigga owe me some money. He gonna pay my money. And I told him if he come back around here without my money, he'll get hurt. This is before my brother died. My older brother died. So I seen him. I seen a dude. I'm looking at my stepbrother window. And I see the dude walking down the street. And when I walked up to him and asked him, yo, you got my paper? Dude was trying to brush me off. Imagine he's like 6'7". He's a tall drink of water. You know what I'm saying? Like real big motherfucker. But what I saw, I wasn't thinking about the words I said. That came out of my mouth consciously by itself. What my brain was showing me was a slow motion version of what was going to happen. I saw myself swing one punch and then swing another one. The first punch slapped him in the air. He was asleep before he hit the ground. The second punch woke him up while he was falling down. It happened, but it didn't happen like that. I hit him so hard, it opened up his lip to his chin. Yeah, you could see his teeth. He fell. I didn't get a chance to hit him with the left hand. He just fell. He was out. Like out cold. Big tall ass motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I seen it happen before it happened. But he stole something from me, so he knew that was gonna happen. I was just calm enough not to do nothing when it first kicked off. And I was like, if you come back around here and you don't got what you owe me, it's gonna be problems. That's all I'm telling you. You know, you get all the what you gonna do's and all this other shit, whatever. Didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Because I would see things happening before it happened. So I would play that role. And what's crazy is other people that had little things off with them, they would always gravitate to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it was weird. It was weird. But the only reason why I'm telling y'all this because I don't know. Why not share it, right? NAGA.